Right. Hey guys, this is Tarot Queen Jamila. And I saw this coming, but it came a little bit delayed. It came a little bit delayed after what I saw. It is another school shooting that just happened today in California. And I want to talk about why this shit is happening. While I'm sitting here, I'm multitasking. First of all, I think it could have something to do with bullying, is what I was seeing people say. Because this was actually another student. I don't think anybody died though. I think they were all just injured, luckily this time. But first of all, this is why I homeschool my children, because you just never know when somebody is gonna, you know, lose it and go postal. um, but I think that they do need to do more about bullying instead of just being so passive about it. Okay, now I will tell you that I think that if you are a parent that decided to send your kid to school and your kid is actually bullying people, I think that the school should get involved to force the parent to get the child some help. Maybe there needs to be some family counseling, because to be honest with you, it don't always have to be something going on at home. It doesn't necessarily mean something could be going on at home, but it still should be addressed as to what is going on in a person's spirit to make them bully somebody. Okay? Now, I'm going to tell you that kids and teenagers can be possessed by demons. Okay? Absolutely. Hold on, y'all. I'm writing out a petition. I'm over here multitasking. I've got okay. All right, I'm writing something out. So anyway, I'm back, you guys. I just had to I had to finish that up. So yeah, it's so sad. I'm glad nobody was seriously injured though, and I'm glad that none of the kids got killed, because that's crazy. I think it happened in LA, Los Angeles today. Rarely are the bullies shooting up the schools. It's usually the people that have been bullied, or kids. These are kids. And so, you got to keep that in mind as well. But I think it's because things are not being addressed that need to be addressed when it comes to bullying, when it comes to what is actually happening in the schools to make this keep happening over and over again. Okay. Why does this keep happening over and over again in American schools? I'm not going to get into an argument with the American Gun Society or whatever they are. I'm not going to get into that. I already got enough folks that don't like me. I already got enough folks that don't like me. I ain't looking for that kind of heat, because they'll argue me up and down to death about their guns. You took our guns, boy. That people are serious about their right to bear arms, and you should have a right to bear arms. You should. So I'm not even. I agree. No, I don't own a gun. Don't need one. Now, when I finally get my, cabin in the lake woods house, when I'm in a woodsy like house, then okay, yeah, I'll probably have me a rifle or something in there, but not no automatic weapons and nothing like that. And so you keep your rifle for in case you got a animal out there that might be, threatening you or trying to. Y'all be tripping off a shoe. Y'all don't be paying enough attention to these animal attacks too. Alligators and stuff on people's back porch. So, mm, I know I wouldn't trust my child to be in any of these schools because that kind of stuff can happen, especially when the staff ain't addressing certain stuff they should be addressing. And when they just like, well, that ain't my kid, let the kid go back home to its mama. Okay, but you got to understand that if something is going on, that can happen. So, yeah, it's very sad. Okay, it's very sad. But the good part about it, I mean, nobody wants to get shot or injured. That sucks. Anybody that was shot, you need a spiritual cleanse. If you get shot or stabbed or beaten up at school, and if your kid, if something like that happens to your kid at school, they need a spiritual cleanse because entities can get in and attach to the body through trauma, especially if somebody getting stabbed or shot. So even though those parents might be rich or who knows, they need to spiritually take care of their children, which means that they need a spiritual cleanse, okay? Because when the body is opened up to that kind of trauma, that's meant to kill or cause pain, now you have an energy that has been pushed in to this person, whether or not it's a child or an adult that gets assaulted, you know, whichever one it is. Anybody that gets assaulted needs to cleanse themselves. People sort of get insulted. Well, I didn't stab or shoot myself. Well, no, you didn't, but you still were introduced to those energies have went into the body. So if and you know what? All those children that were present that day, the whole damn school need to be cleaned out. Jake, what are you doing? Hold on a minute, y'all. Are you okay? What's the matter? Okay. I need to go. Y'all, I need to go in there and pray over Jacob. I don't know what the heck he tripping off of right now. Sorry about that. But yeah, if you have something like that, so I feel like they probably need to sage out or out the whole school. They don't do stuff like that in schools or hospitals or buildings or nothing. They don't sage. Why? Like, I don't get it. And then they'll say, we're having all these problems. We're having all these chaoses and stuff. It's like, yeah, because you got restless spirits up in there that you're not clearing out. Spirits come from other dimensions. So you have to send them into the other dimension, back to where they come from or where they're supposed to be, to where they won't be bothering you. Now, if you're not understanding that and understanding how portals work, if you're not understanding how portals work, or, the way, hell, even the way interdimensional travel works, space travel, we don't never focus on time travel. Never. People are not really understanding that these entities are traveling here in time, which is why y'all know some of them come from that patriarchal beginning, where it be a spirit that be like, you're a woman, you're not supposed to be a witch. We gonna hang you and burn you at the stake. woman. What? I heal people. You're in that there devil stuff right there that you do. It's like, no, it's not. So, so some of these spirits will possess people. And next thing you know, somebody plotting against you on your murder because you're a witch. And it's like, you didn't think that that was kind of strange that you were plotting to kill me? Lord have mercy. People got to check their own spirits. If I was sitting here being evil, time ready to kill this person, there would clearly have to be a bad spirit on me. Okay. But a lot of people are very susceptible to negative spirits. So, that little boy that shot up that school today in California is filled with demons. Okay. A murderous spirit want to inflict pain onto others. Okay. So that's all that it is, no matter what excuse. I want to kill you because you're a witch. What? That's right. The Bible says that we should see. That's why we address certain ignorant groups like this, because first of all, that's not God that told you to do that. That was a demon. Okay. It's quite simple. It was an evil group of people that conjured a demon that convinced you to kill people with spiritual gifts. That's why all these children came back. I can honestly tell you that there were many, many children, women, men that displayed spiritual gifts, people that could actually cause mountains to move, literally, can cause volcanoes to erupt. These people were very powerful. They killed those people because they possessed those gifts, and that is so flipping wrong. So those entities and spirits that y'all killed for having spiritual gifts, where do you think they go? They come back. So I think it's stupid. I think that we can have some kind of peace if people would stop being so judgmental and put down that damn Bible for a second. Okay. That's why there's a lot of people that when they look at, that's the whole point of being a Satanist, is to mock that religion. Doesn't even mean that a person worships a deity that is known as Satan or the devil, but it's quite ridiculous if you ask me. So you're going to just kill people because they're different. And, this is what religion taught us. And this is a very, very wrong spirit. So people that have spiritual gifts, they do exist. They have very powerful gifts. The ones that, the fire starters and the people that can, change the weather, they're not on YouTube necessarily talking about it. Like, okay, as a practitioner having a connection with the earth, yes, I can make it rain because we need rain to for things to grow. So rain is very necessary. Otherwise, things will die. Hello. And so yeah, I can do that. I can do that, but what do you mean, when will this ever end? Oh Lord, I think we have are you Christian, fiery flower? Why do all Christians feel that way when you address it? They're like, let's just all die then. Can't you see that that could possibly be so I'm just making sure you know who you are, but you don't think that maybe that's like a cult or something that tells you, and if you don't go along with it, then it's the end of the world. I'm sorry, there's been no ending. You've been saying this since the beginning of erecting your religion, and there's been no ending. So I'm just trying to figure it out, because you said, when will this all end? So are you ready for it all to end? Is that what it is? Talk to me, because I No, I'm just trying to because you said Jesus Christ. That's why, because you said Jesus Christ. When will this ever end? And I was just wondering what you were talking about. Oh, gun slaughter. Okay, okay, good, good. I'm just making sure that you're not, coming in here to say, y'all better get right with the Lord. Y'all better get right with the Lord while it's still time. Yeah, that's right. But killing people with spiritual gifts and, murder, murder, kill, kill, these are things that create a lot of pain and suffering, and see, I'm an empath. And so I don't like pain and suffering. So we gotta figure this out, as a human race, what we're gonna do here, and I saw it coming. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I saw the shit coming. But it just came a little bit later. I knew it was gonna be some kind of shooting. School shooting is usually what it is, okay? Don't know why it's always a school shooting, but it usually is. So that's like a direct threat to your children. you know, Bad spirits are saying, hey, guess what? We can go up in the schools and just shoot your children. That's crazy. Like when you think about it, we really as like because we can't put aside our petty differences to protect our children as a whole. So that's why a lot of people just say, you know what, I digress from what society is doing because this is some BS. Okay, this is some BS right here. So I don't even know what to say about it, but I will say this that there's some people that have an invested interest on doing what's best for their families. Okay, so you do what's best for your family. We got to quit judging each other and just come together and say, hey, we're not, tolerating this anymore, so they really need to dig deep into why that little boy did that. Luckily, he's still alive to tell why, because normally everybody got lucky, and I feel like it must have been some angels that was there because nobody died as of yet. Okay, they're injured, but they didn't die. So that's actually a miracle. And by miracle, the shooter is still alive. Now, what if this is a young, confused kid? Okay, that they decide to try to rehabilitate. Yeah, because we know he's going to jail. As soon as he gets better, he's going to jail. He's gonna have to do some time in jail. But he'll be back in society because he'll serve his time and because he's just a kid right now. So we don't have to be sad about it. I think that we should definitely try to learn from it. Okay. And try to figure out what's going on because, while the adults are arguing over pettiness, the children are looking for your guidance. And they're in the schools, dodging bullets. Okay. Now, I don't know if you guys take that seriously, but I do. And it's not, the answer is not to just say, I ain't never having kids. And you people that got kids are crazy. Well, as a parent, you do have certain set rights for your children to where you don't have to put your kid in front of gunfire every day. But there's definitely the risk of sending your kid to a school. You never know if another kid has a gun or a knife or drugs. These kids are selling drugs in the schools and stuff as well. So, Jacob is really in a goofy mood right now, y'all. I've got to go. Anyway, I'm glad everybody made out okay of that situation, and I hope everybody recovers. But I will tell you that, this was a direct negative entity attack on that school today. It was. It had some sort of spiritual significance. Okay. So the minute you start to become cold to that, to where you like, oh, it's just another school shooting, who cares? What you need to think about is that, okay, but it happened for a reason, and it's a reason that we all need to address eventually. Okay. Why there are no gun laws, no gun checks, and anyone can buy an assault rifle. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, guns are very deadly. And, I think that when you start to talk about gun control, a majority of people, especially people that are advocates for the gun industry, so, and yeah, it does need to be addressed at home, but a lot of people don't really have the education to address stuff like that in the home, or either they're busy, wrapped up, or distracted in their own lives or something. But I will tell you that I feel like it was a spirit that was at the school. So I think in this case, I haven't read the situation, but some of those negative spirits that happen, even when there's people that shoot up their jobs, they shooting at a lot of different places. I feel like the original spirit originated at the school. Okay, I feel like it originated and had something to do with the school itself. So anyway, guys, I gotta go. I gotta go run some errands. Y'all have a good one. Okay. Love and light.